it up.
Hey, yo, welcome to another exciting episode of Talk It Up. Of course, we have all of our segments on today's show, but let's get into the action, starting things off with a little street talk. These are some of the hottest topics out there in them streets. I want to start things off talking about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who has made it his life's mission to attack critical race theory. You know, during the height of the election, during the campaign season, all he talked about was getting rid of CRT, especially in the public school system, which we all know it is not, it never has been taught in the public school system, where now he has begun focusing on the university system, saying that he wants in-state, meaning universities in the state of Florida, to prove that they are not teaching this college level course called critical race theory. So what do you think about the fact that this governor is obsessed with critical race theory, Florida's longstanding history with racism, all of it? Go.
I cannot stand Ron for so many different reasons. He's a racist. First of all, just Ron. Give him the Ron. He's a racist. And let's be clear why he's a racist. There are several things that this man has done before he became governor and while he has been governor that have been deemed racist. He made racial comments about AOC. He was a part of a Facebook group that puts racial memes out. He spoke about that Facebook group. He also defended somebody that said we should bring back the hanging tree. He defended a person that said that we should bring back a hanging tree. And there are Black people out there that voted for Ron.
Okay, well, that's how you
That's how I feel about it.
All right.
I feel this way. If people don't know their history, are bound to repeat it. And you don't want us to know exactly what happened. Like, there's so much of, and we talked about this before, you know, at the table. There's so much about our history that we don't know. What predates slavery, all the Jim Crow.
Yeah.
There's so much more to this, and it's ongoing. And to educate somebody about that means that they're going to be able to see it in their everyday life, and now everything's going to have to change. No one wants to give up their privilege. That's exactly what this is about. It's a fight for privilege. It's a fight for things. I can't even remember where I saw it, and I really wish I could give credit to this person. If they watching, sorry, this is where I found it at. If you said it, they were basically saying how like they just want things to stay status quo. Like there's not a real change that they want, because in order for us to get educated about who we actually are and what actually happened to us, people have to let go of their privilege, and no one wants to let go of being in that privileged group. You know, they want our rhythm and not our blues. Like you want us to come, you want to get invited to the cookout, but you don't want to have a talk with me about how, oh my God, did you hear what she said to me? Like, like, no, she didn't say anything wrong to you, because everything wants to just be cool. Like everyone wants to say happy MLK Day. MLK came and there was no more racism, and that was how they put it out there to us in school, and you know, growing up elementary school, like MLK came, there's no more racism, and it's all over. And it's like, no, actually, y'all killed him, and it's very much so still racism.
Yeah, he was literally on the FBI's hit list of like top people to investigate. And I want to throw this in real quick. Florida has a long-standing history with racism. One of the most, if not the most racist state in the nation.
Was it not a huge like slave trading state?
Yeah, it was a slave trading state. Let's not forget Rosewood, which was a small town in Florida, kind of near the Panhandle on the west coast of Florida, that was ransacked by whites. It was a Black-owned town, thriving, kind of very similar to Tulsa.
Wow.
Didn't have banking and all of that, but it was a Black-owned town. Yeah, they had businesses and everything, and they totally wiped it out, of course, because some lie that some white woman said that a Black man did something to her, and it was not true. But my point is, Florida has had this. Ocoee, which is right outside of Orlando, has that same history. The Klan has had major headquarters in Florida, so Florida has a long standing relationship
That's why
with
Trump
racism.
has several homes there, because he's a racist too. He's a bigot, and I don't like him.
Well, you don't like him either.
You don't like anybody, okay. So we got DeSantis and Trump.
I don't like McCarthy either.
But
You got a long list of them.
I'm gonna keep going.
The thing about it is that it's terrible, because there's people in Florida are really suffering. The kids are really suffering, because I mean, even like they want to defy the science. I think essentially what all he's doing is she's just running to win and not running to make it be better.
But you know, it's scary, because you got to think, okay, those children that grow up and they don't learn about the history, then they go to cities like Washington, D.C., or they go to a Chicago, where there are educated Black people, that they're going to get caught up, because they're going to think it's appropriate to act and do certain things. And they're going to meet the wrong person that is going to educate them, maybe not in a, a mental way, but maybe in a physical way, because the expectation is at 20 years from now, you should know certain words and certain things cannot be said to us. We no longer have to sit around and take it.
Oh my God, don't you miss a closeted racist? I miss that from before the Trump thing. I miss a closeted racist. I mean,
They
oh my
all
goodness.
came out of the closet in
They did,
2016.
Well, I was about to say, thanks to former President Trump, thanks to Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is currently sitting in your House of Representatives,
Laughing and joking.
Thanks to McCarthy and all these people that are sitting in your House of Representatives.
they
These
arguing
people
about pants
got
suits.
elected on the basis of
Of
racism. So
Absolutely.
the fact that we're sitting here having this conversation and we can't believe and we're outraged and all
Even
this other
Ron
stuff,
made
it's
a
like they're getting rewarded for it.
Ron made a comment about monkey behavior, and that was like okay.
Mhm.
Like, how are these things like okay and nobody says anything? Like, it's okay for him to make these derogatory statements, these racist statements.
It's like it's okay. It's like people like jokes are funny until they affect them. Jokes are funny. It's funny, ha ha, until it's you or someone that you love.
But I don't know
And
because to them,
because
when you
honestly,
think
we're
about
not
January
the beloved group.
but when you think about January 6th, those things affected them, and look how they still act.
Well, I'll say this.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Y'all keep it locked.
NBT, bringing the culture together.